Welcome back aboard the Polite Ship, everyone, for part 4 of the 1,000 subscriber special. We're once again jumping straight into it with Swampy Splash, a Minecraft log flume. This was the first of a couple videos where I showcase a theme park I built on mobile called Amusing Amusements. With the name, really. And this video is basically just me showing a log flume ride I built on that world. I'd say this video is honestly kinda mid, so I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Next we got Studio Damage, which is basically my explanation of what happened at the end of the Disney videos. I go on to explain how Bart blew a fuse causing an explosion, which caused him to have to go up and try and get my attention. He then fell out of the screen, and then he landed and got a concussion, basically. I then went out to try and finish the video, basically. I also say this in the video, which I have no clue what this is supposed to mean.
Now, the reason this was happening was because of the fact that when the explosion went off, it was so big that it caused the entire circuit to reconnect for a second, and everything started working, only for a little bit before it all completely broke again.
I'm sorry, what does that mean? Anyway, I'm pretty sure everyone hated the end of the Disney video because of that whole thing, so, I think it's a good storyline builder, but, still, what does any of that mean? I guess I'll give it 4 stars. Cow Go Bye Bye is literally just me launching a Minecraft cow into the abyss. 2 stars. Milo's Gotcha Day Party is literally me just celebrating Milo's Gotcha Day Party. I also explained his backstory in the video while I'm setting up for the party, too. This video is actually pretty decent overall. And so, in my opinion, this video gets 5 stars. Next we got the Disney video, but it's only the jokes, aka the video where I ruin every single joke in the Disney videos. This video is literally only the jokes from the Disney video, which when you point out a joke, it's not funny anymore, which is why this video gets 2.5 stars. Now you've probably noticed that like last time I haven't been ranking each individual part of Numberlore 6 Fan Made, but I also never really posted a full part where they're all together, so instead I'm just going to rank all the videos together as a whole, and I'd say they're not my best prediction. I'd say I'll give it about 4 stars. Next up, we got my thoughts on the Minecraft movie trailer, which is me ranking the original teaser. Now, I say a lot of cringe things in this video, but somehow it's better than the second one I did for the second trailer. It's decent enough to get itself 3 stars. Now, for a brief second, imagine, if you will, that you're taking a test in school. It's nice and quiet, but then all of a sudden, you hear, "If there's any fruit at the center of September, it's apples." Coming from someone's Chromebook in the back of the room. Well, that's what this video did to our class. For some reason, out of all my videos, this one specifically was the laughing stock of my class back in September. Basically, in this video, I go apple picking at Moods Farms, which is something I do every year with my parents. It's become a yearly tradition. And believe it or not, this video is actually pretty well edited, and it's one of my favorite videos for that reason, so it's gonna get 5 stars.
I am not Steve.
5 stars for comedy. You can dye bundles now is me explaining the update where they allowed you to dye bundles, which has now been a thing in the game for quite a long time. And by quite a long time, I of course mean since September of 2024, which was only really 7 months ago. I also don't think I've used these bundles once since they've been added. In reality, though, this was a pretty well-edited video. I'd say it's pretty good, and so for that reason and that reason alone, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. Time for another speed run. Describing Chloe with absolutely no Bart jokes whatsoever is where I describe Chloe with a crap ton of Bart jokes. It's decent, 4.5 stars. And then Mike Salcedo's Alphabet Lore, but I edited it, is one of my better YTPs, so it gets 5 stars. And so now it's time to begin Seasick Halloween with what my house looks like at Halloween, which was my Halloween house tour that kicked off a Seasick Halloween. This is one of my better videos, honestly, and all of my house tours, I really like all of those videos. Obviously, the Christmas house tour was the best one since that's the newest one, so I've had the most experience with that. However, there's one mistake in this video that ruins it for me. You see, I use CapCut to edit, but there's this little thing I don't want to spend called money, so I don't have premium, meaning that a lot of the features I use, including my signature text font, I can't use without premium, so I can't export. So rather than exporting, I screen record the things I edit, and then crop it and all that kind of stuff so you don't see all that extra stuff on the screen. I then cut it to make sure you don't see me close out the screen recording and all that. However, sometimes if I get a notification that while screen recording that comes over top of the project, that means I'll have to start all over again. Or if I'm lazy, I won't edit it all out. Depending on how long the video is, if it's taking me a while to edit, I'll probably fix it. Like, you probably noticed that in the one video, the one part of this video, I think it was part 2, I made a mistake while editing and I accidentally switched the view, the way I was viewing it, causing it to flip on screen, and I never ended up cutting it out because the video took like 12 tries to screen record without something coming up on the screen. So that can be a huge problem. Or, in this case, I can just be stupid and forget I'm screen recording and then raise the volume so that way you can plainly see it on the screen and then forget it's there and upload the video. Other than that, though, this video is really well edited, and so it's gonna get 5 stars. Next, we got Pumpkin Bell, which is somehow a minute long. And this was a Friday premiere where I was in Google Canvas once again, drawing Belle with a pumpkin hat, which ended up being her costume throughout the rest of Seasick Halloween. The question is, why was this a Friday premiere? I'm not gonna lie though, as much as I love Pumpkin Bell, it was kind of boring, so it gets 2 stars. Next, we got Celebrating the Spooky Season at Shady Brook Farms. This was yet another trip vlog, but this time about our annual yearly trip to Shady Brook Farms for their Halloween, for their fall festival, their corn maze, and their Eerie Illuminations Halloween hayride. I feel like there's something about my vlog videos that are just better than all the other ones. And I think it's because of all the jokes I throw in, and because of all the memories that we made on those trips being in the videos. That way I can have them, especially with the Philly blog, since we used to go there every year, but we probably won't be able to anymore since the main draw point of going there was because of Macy's, since the majority of the stuff we did was there, and now the Macy's is closing. And even if we do them every year, I still want to try and change things up with the blogs I'm going to do next year, since when it comes to Seasick Halloween and Seasick Christmas, I can't really change much up since we do the same trips every year. The only one that we won't be doing this year again is Philadelphia, but I'll try and change them up just a little bit, even if we do go to the same places. Every trip is honestly something different, even with Disney. We usually go every year, except for COVID. We didn't go COVID year. But every trip ends up being different. And I think that's what makes the vlog videos better, because they document that specific trip. And so this video gets 5 stars. Next up, we got Milo, a Corky Ball of Fluff, which is one of my few cat videos that isn't either a short or just purely for the jokes. In this video, I explain why Milo is always angry and is always hiding. This is also the only video where I actually show the full version of the Milo is Angry song. That's pretty much all there is to say about this video. Also, Milo. The video is pretty decent anyways, 4.5 stars. Next we got the Minecraft Marketplace sucks. I hate this video for one reason. There's a joke in here that I delivered so terribly. Worse. Although that is considering that the difficulty of Bedrock's version is geared towards iPad kids. And I've just completely lost half my subscribers, but
That joke would have been so much better had I worded it differently. Bad jokes aside there's not much else to say about this video. And so for the bad joke and the bad joke alone, this video gets 2.5 stars. Next we got the new update is small, which was basically me just talking about the creaking and the pale garden. The video is honestly well edited, and it's definitely not my best Minecraft video ever, but it's pretty good. I'll give it 3 stars. Halloween is really loud is basically me just explaining how obnoxiously loud both of the Halloween villages are. This whole video also kind of explains my struggle to get the volume to line up on my mother's village without it being way too loud or way too quiet. There's also a bunch of random, unnecessarily long shots of the volume things for my mom's village, and I don't know why. Anytime I'm explaining something, they're just in the background. Overall, though, this video is pretty decent, 4.5 stars. Next up, we got part 1 of the pumpkin series. Part 1 was the picking of our pumpkins. This is another yearly tradition that we go to Duffields to get our final pumpkins for carving, so the majority of part 1 was mostly me vlogging that. Overall, I'll honestly say that part 1 was slightly better than part 2, and so I'm giving it 5 stars. Next we got Ghost Milo, which was my sequel to the Pumpkin Bell one. And since it's just pretty much the same as the other one, just with Milo and a ghost instead, it gets the same rating of 2 stars. Now, part 2 of the Pumpkin series was the carving. Now, even though I said earlier that I think part 1 is better, I still think that they're both pretty good, and so I'm going to rank this one the same. So, that means that this one is also going to get 5 stars. The Red Panda, a Minecraft boomerang coaster, was me showcasing another ride I built in that same world. It's pretty decent. I guess it's gonna get around the same rating as the last one, and so it gets 3 stars.
Hey everyone, I think you all remember Pumpkin Bell.
Yeah.
It's been a while now since she has appeared. The last time you saw her was the Seasick Halloween at the end of the Pumpkin series. She's been doing well, she's been doing very well. It is the end of the Seasick Halloween. Hope everyone had a very Seasick Halloween. And this is Pumpkin Bell. She's wearing a pumpkin hat, Pumpkin Bell. She's wearing a pumpkin hat. Everyone's excited to see Pumpkin Bell once again. She's sitting here in all of her glory. Actually, she's standing. That's okay because Pumpkin Bell is here. Everyone's excited and full of cheer. Pumpkin Bell's here. Everyone is so excited and all full of cheer. Everyone's happy. Pumpkin Bell, yeah.
Of course, this absolute banger is getting 5 stars. And I think that just about wraps up part 4. So thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for part 5. Don't get seasick. Bye.